Welcome to PG Sign Video. My name is David Saylor. I couldn't be more excited today. We're going to talk about special colors, layers, and passes. Now this is using the Mimaki UCJV series printers, and all this information will go to the Mimaki flatbed as well. So let's take a look at special colors as they're defined in the UCJV Rasterlink world. Now our special colors are white and clear. And the clear you can print in either a gloss or a matte mode. The other colors that we have in the printer are CMYK, and these are an additive color model. So it presumes that you're going to be laying down CMYK on white. What we're going to talk about is layers. So this is a picture of the UCJV printing a 5-layer job. And because it's UV, each layer is instantly cured, and you can put another layer of ink on top of it. Now this is key crucial to know because this is how we're going to set it up in Rasterlink. I want to see exactly what is going to happen to that print job before I send it. I'm going to tell the printer what to do. So in this job we're printing color in reverse, and then we're printing a white layer so you see the color, right? CMYK is additive. And then we're printing a black blockout layer. And then we're printing another white layer and our top color layer. Now these 5 layers are done in one pass. Then the material will retract and it's going to cut out our sticker. So layers refer to layering ink on top of each other. And passes refer to the printer pulling back and passing over that section of media again. If you wanted to, you could do 2 passes and 10 layers. You could do 3 passes and 15 layers. Wow, there's some math for you. So passes are every time the media pulls back and passes over our material again. Layers are layering ink on top of each other. The other thing we want to talk about before we get going is the clear resolution we must set our printers to. The UCJV 330 will print a matte in 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. It will not print matte clear in 600 by 600. That's the UCJV 330. So what I would do is just save this on your phone so you know the resolutions for doing glossy and matte prints. You know the proper resolution to set it for ahead of time. Now here's how you can have clear gloss success. The first thing we want to do is we want to determine the clear gloss for your job. What is the optimal percentage for your job? And a way to do this is here. What you can do is you can print out the color squares first on the first layer, and then we're going to print out the clear gloss in different percentages on the second layer. And then you can look at it and say, well, where do I want to be for my gloss? 10, 20, 30, 40? I don't know. It's not my job. It's your job. Here are your variables for printing gloss. So this is what's going to change the look of the gloss on your page. So the first thing is resolution. The second thing is print speed. And you can change it from a fast print, high, to normal speed. That will change the look of gloss on the page. And also print direction, going from bidirectional to unidirectional. Now on the machine, you can change the UV lamp intensity. So if you raise the intensity, your clear ink might be a little bit more durable. Now rather than go into everything that this printer will do, we're going to cover right off the bat what it will not do. And it will not print a white and a clear gloss in the same pass. It's just because that's the way the inks are set up for curing. Clear gloss is achieved by a different curing process. So the way you can print white and clear gloss in the same job or on your same image is we're going to print white first, and then the machine will pull the media back and it's going to print color and clear gloss. Now there is a limit on pullback to 39 inches in the feed direction or 1,000 millimeters. That's just the way it is. We're going to jump right in and we're going to do applications. That's how you learn, right? We do the applications. Now this is the sign and application guide. These are just 21 pretty cool applications that you can do with your UCJV printer. And the first one is durable decal. So we're going to print color and clear matte right off the bat. What's the recipe? Here it is. So layer 1, pass 1, color. Layer 2, pass 1, clear matte. Let's jump into Rasterlink and get this job done. All right, here's the graphic that we want to print. So whatever design software you use, Corel, Illustrator, Flexi, I don't care. So what's important here is your artboard size or your page size. And I save everything as a PDF. I know some guys like to save it as an EPS, but a PDF is just a viewable PostScript print file. And I think it's the purest print file that you can use. I think it's the best that you can use. So that's kind of where I save it, and I have really great results. So in CorelDRAW, instead of selecting File, Print to PDF, CorelDRAW has a PDF publisher. So I select File, Publish to PDF, and my settings are page size defined by document, and I'm just going to send to PDF my selection. And I'm going to select Save. Now you're in Rasterlink. We can grab that file and drag and drop it in here. And this is what's important. Go to that favorite, creating favorites video that's on, PG sign video. And we want to set the resolution right here at this point. So I saved the favorite. I'm just going to select 12 by 12. Now we're doing color clear matte, and I have a UCJV 330. So it won't print clear matte at 600 by 600. It's got to be 600 by 1200. Great. Now that file's in Rasterlink. So I'm going to select that image file. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to select Special Plate. So what we're going to do is do Valid to Non-Background, Compose Automatically, and on the top, and select Create. You can see in our center window over here, it's layered, and these three files are layered together. Well, how are they layered together? How do we know? So I know that this is going to print first because it's on the bottom, this next because it's in the middle, and then it's going to cut last. And it tells us here with the attributes. This is clear plate matte, that's what it is. This is color, and that's cut. Over here is our composition shortcut icon. Now we're already done with the image. It's ready to go to print, but let's just take a look at it over here. This is what's very important. Output order. So in our first pass, that's what this means. In our first pass, we're going to print color clear matte. That's what we want to do. In our second pass, the printer will retract and it will cut the image. Now I have directions already in a video on how to set this job up for printing. Hopefully you have a little experience before you're watching this special color video, so you can set this job up as normally and hit print. So you're ready to go. How easy was that? So our next job is going to be doing a 5-layer two-sided graphic. So we're going to print on clear material and we want to do a two-sided graphic. What's our recipe? So pass 1, we want this to go on the inside. So pass 1 is going to be color in reverse, then white, then our black blockout layer, then white, then color again. Then it's going to pull back and it's going to contour cut the image. Let's go ahead and let's jump into Rasterlink and check out how to do it. Let's take a look at this 5-layer job in your design software. So what we do in our design software, again, Corel, Illustrator, whatever it is, I have this set up already. And this is all one group. I'm just going to ungroup it. So what we do is we're going to make sure that the artboard or the page side is the same. And I'm just going to copy this graphic. And then I'm going to create a new layer, hide the other layer, and paste it back, right? Paste this back. Oh, I forgot his head. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, So now our first page would be our last layer, let's say, and now we want to create another layer. So what do we want to do? We need color, white, black, white, color in reverse. So we just create separate pages or layers for our different layers in the image. So this would be our fifth layer or last layer. Let's take a look at this. So this would be our first layer. And you can see that one's grouped together. You can see that this one is going to exactly lay on top of the last color image file. So what we do from here is we want to save these out as individual files. File, publish to PDF. And we're going to save that as, you know, push pull 001, let's say, because that's our first layer. This layer I'm going to save out as push pull 002. And what we do is we're going to take that K file, right, that black file, and we're going to define it either as white or clear. So this is push pull 003. Now you realize that these are all the same. I'm just running through the motions here so you can learn how to do it. Now this is our last file, and our last file or our top file, that's kind of where I like to put my cut lines. So I have all those files saved out. And you can see each layer is a separate file. Now we're going to jump into Rasterlink and let's get all those files into Rasterlink. So I can click on all of them and drag and drop them in. And I'm going to select 12 by 12. Oh boy, here we go. So these came in from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom, but we're going to fix that. So there are two ways to create special colors in Rasterlink. Way number one, I can select here and select valid pixel and change whatever pixels are on that image from the black or valid pixels that are in our image to white and select create. But you see that just added another file over here. So it took my color file and added it. Here is the second way to create a special color in Rasterlink. I go up to Properties, see where it says Job Attribute? I'm changing that to Monocolor. And this screen automatically pops up. So I'm going to change black, my K channel, to white, and select OK. So let's select the images that we would like to print. So this is bottom, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, and layer 5, and the cut file. And now I'm going to select my composition shortcut icon. So right off the bat, I want to bring this to the bottom because we want this one to print first. The next, I want a white layer. This one. Then I want this color layer or black blockout layer, and then I want another white layer. So this is the way we want it to print. Color reverse, white, color, cut. Now when this is set up, we're going to select composition or composite. You might want to check settings before print. That always comes up. All right. So you can see how it arranged this in our center menu. It starts from the first layer to the sixth layer, or the second pass. And it says layer here, and they're all arranged together. This is very important, output order. This is our first pass. It's going to do all these, and that's our second pass. Again, you're good to go. Go to General Print Settings, set it up as normal, and print. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. That was easy to do, right? It wasn't as hard as you thought. What's our next application? So this is, we're going to do an etched glass vinyl look, again, on clear material. What's our recipe? We're going to do white first, white our first pass, and then we're going to do color, and then we're going to do clear matte. Now we can do this in one pass because the clear is going to be matte, and it's going to give us a really cool look on a clear vinyl. Here's our color etched glass job. Again, Corel, Illustrator, whatever it is. So we can create our graphic first, create our colored graphic first. Create the graphic first, whatever you want to print. Now I'm going to select everything and Control C for copy. Then I'm going to create a new layer or a new page, paste it back. Now make your edits here to what layer you want. Like let's say this is our color layer. Just going to ungroup everything, and I want this one to be cyan. And let's say we want this one to be magenta, or you know, whatever it is. The most important thing here is we do it on a different layer and we save it out as a different file. You might want to rename that file to what layer you want to print. So let's take a look at this job. This is what I want to print white, and I have this as black. So I'm going to select everything and export that or save it as a PDF. So etch glass special. So I'm going to change this to white and 1, which means I want to print that on layer 1. The next is, here's my color. Here's what we want to do for color, right? I'm going to select everything, File, Publish to PDF, and we're going to say Color 2. Different job. And this is what we want to print as clear matte. So we're going to designate this as K. These are all K. Key crucial, artboard page size has to be the exact same for all images. If that's not the same, it will not line up and it will not print properly. So this is clear, and this is layer 3. Let's jump on into Rasterlink. And I'm going to drag and drop all those files into Rasterlink. And I know with Rasterlink, clear matte will print at 6x12. You see how important having those favorites are. See how easy it is to save. All right, let's go in and edit our file. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change this to white. So I'm going to select monocolor, white, white. Again, the other way that you could do that is do a special plate and valid pixel. So 2 different ways to do it. Next, we're going to take what we want to print clear matte, go up to properties, change it from full color to monocolor, and then we're going to change the K channel to clear clear and select OK. Now when printing matte clear, I like to have 100%, especially when printing this on clear material. That's where we're going to go. I like to have 100% matte. It's going to give you a really great look on clear polyester or vinyl or whatever you're printing on. So we select all 3 files to print, and then we select the composition shortcut icon. And look at that, it's lined up perfectly for us. And it tells us white, color, clear matte, right on. Let's select composite. And that'll link those files together so they print all at once. You might want to check settings before printing. Yeah, I know. Okay. And this gives us a little preview of what we're going to get down here. Now you can follow the standard directions, general print to do copies, and you're off to the races. Here's our next application. We're going to do color and a spot gloss. Color, clear gloss on white material. Now what's our recipe? We're going to print color and then clear gloss. Here's how we do spot gloss image. How much fun is that? Okay. So I'm going to take my graphic here that I want to add the gloss to, and I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to create another page or another layer, and I'm going to paste it back. I want to paste it back exactly where you want it to be on the page. Now in this case, I'm going to get a little bit crazy, and you know, I'm just going to draw where I want it to, right? I'm just going to draw where I want the gloss to be. And you want to have a closed shape, obviously, you know, where you want the gloss to print, because then we're going to assign it to be black. And I'm just kind of doing this quick. You guys know how to do this. I'm just identifying, you know, exactly where I want to print gloss. I'm not getting all kinds of crazy, right? And then you just want to close the line so you can assign it a color. So here it is done. I did it a little bit closer around here. You know, you really don't have to get that kind of crazy with it. So check this out. So Control C, right? Control V. Oh, I had a white background there. I don't know why. Anyway, so see, you don't have to get all that crazy with it. It's going to look awesome, right? And then you can create some text. So if we want to add some text up there, SPOTGLOSS. You know, however you want to do it in your design software, they're all about the same, you can see. So I do my spot gloss, give it a color. So this is my color file, and then this is going to be my spot gloss file. Let's get rid of that white square. So here's my color file, and here's spot gloss. Not very pretty, I know. Let's do it in magenta just because. So what I'm going to do with this is Control C. We're going to paste it back on that clear gloss layer, and Control V, and then we're going to assign it to be black. So we're ready to go. Here's a spot gloss. This is what we want. So we're going to save this out as a PDF. And now I'm going to save it as clear 2. So we know which layer we want to print on. And here is our color file. Select everything, save it out as a PDF. We're going to say color 1. This way we don't make a mistake in Rasterlink. So here we are in Rasterlink. Let's get that file in here. So I'm going to select those 2 files. Drag and drop them in Rasterlink. So with the UCJV 330 to print clear gloss, it has to be 12 by 12. Now when we're doing clear gloss, we have to drop the percentage because we got 4 channels of gloss ink, and clear ink. So if we're trying to do clear gloss that much, it's going to be soft. So we're gonna back that off a little bit. And we had that test file, remember? So you know how much gloss you want for your image. It's not my job, this is your job. But to change the percentage of just a spot gloss, we're going to create the special plate here and not up here. Okay, so we're going to go to special plate. We have that, what we want to be clear gloss selected. So we're going to select the special plate shortcut icon. We're going to select valid image, and I'm going to change my gloss level to 35. Tab takes you to the next field, and I'm going to select create. Now by default, this clear plate is going to come through as matte. We do not want to print it as matte, we want to print it as gloss. So you're going to select the properties shortcut icon, job attribute, special color, setup, UV mode tab right up here. Right, the UV mode tab. We're going to change it from matte to glossy print and select OK. Now we're going to select those 2 files that we want to print and go to the composition menu. This is set up right. Color first and gloss next. Select composite. Key crucial, right? Output order, this is 1 pass. Now you're ready to go to general print and set up how you want that job, copies, where you want it, la-di-da, you're ready to go. Now it's getting fun, now it's getting fun. All right, we're gonna do the optimal backlit. And our recipe for this is color, white, color. Now this is gonna be done on a clear material, a clear vinyl, a clear polyester. Lintec makes an awesome clear polyester. And why is this the ultimate backlit? Because lights off, we're only viewing one layer of ink that's going to be printed perfectly. In the old Eco Solvent printers, you know, what we had to do was we had to overprint twice and it would wash out the color with lights off. This is perfect, so it looks great with lights off. And then when you turn lights on, light is going to come through the material and you're going to view the two layers of color. It's the best. Here's our backlit graphic. Whatever design program you use, doesn't matter to me. So we're just going to take our image, and what you want to know is, do you want this to be reverse print, second surface, or do you want it to be front print? So if it's a second surface, you want to reverse it. This is already reversed. Or is that reversed? I don't know. But anyway, this is something that you want to pay attention to. And I might reverse it here so you don't forget to do it in Rasterlink. So we're going to select the image to print, and then we're going to select File, Publish to PDF. Optimal backlit, we're going to save it. Then we're going to jump right into Rasterlink, and I'm going to get that file in Rasterlink by dragging it and dropping it in. Here's our optimal backlit file, drag and drop it in. Resolution, let's just say 12 by 12. Okay, so what I want to do here is two things. The first thing I want to do is copy that. So I'm going to duplicate it because we want to do color, white, color. So I just duplicated that image. And then I'm going to select Special Plate. Just give me the whole image. And I want that whole image to be white. And I'm going to select Create. Then we're going to select the three images to print. And I'm going to select the composition shortcut icon. Great. Color, white, color. That's the exact order that I want to do it in. And I'm going to select Composite. You might want to check settings before you print. Okay. Okay. That's it. There's your optimal backlit. Quick and easy. Select the general print icon and set it up the way you want this job. Click go and you're done. That's it. How easy is that? This is where it gets fun. I'm going to share some of my secrets. This is an inside mount perf. So you can print on clear. We're going to create our holes. You're going to print on clear. And this is a job I did for my mechanic. So the outside, this is what you see from the outside, and this is what we see from the inside. Look at this. Look at these store hours. Look at the hours for my mechanic. How great is that? That is just such a great look. It lets a little light in from the inside, and the hours really show up on the bottom of the door. Let's take a look at the recipe for this. So we're going to print color first and then white. Now realize, check out this. This is we're going to identify this as black, not white. I just wanted to demonstrate how to print it. Remember, CMYK is additive. It's additive on white material. So for it to look good, for CMYK to look good, we have to have white behind it. And we're going to only put that white where we are printing color. And then we're going to print black, a blockout layer. Now, if you want to get a hold of these files, you can send me an email at david@pgsign.com. And, you know, I'll email you the files. I can email you the Big Perf file. It's a pain in the butt to create, let me tell you. So I'll email you a file with all the holes. I think it's 96 inches. It's ginormous. It's like 12 or 15 meg. How about this? How about doing a 5-layer perf? You never saw that before. So this would go on the inside. So you'd have one graphic that would show from the outside and a different graphic from inside the store or barber shop or mechanic shop, whatever, whoever can pay you the right money for this job. But here's the recipe for this job. So we're going to print color, and we just put the white holes on top of it. Printing color is not going to print white. And then our next layer would be white with the holes. And then the third layer is going to be a black blockout layer, then another white layer, and a color layer. It looks fantastic. It's just killer. Are we ready to print some perf? All right. All right. So I have this file. It's just a bunch of white holes, and obviously you can't see it, right? But all it is white circles. Nothing magical. There you go. Now you can see them. So my first layer, this is what I want to print. Okay, right there. That's what I want to print. So we're going to take this white holes and paste it on top. Ha ha ha. Now remember, right? CMYK printing, we're assuming that our print media, or what we're printing on, is white. So the first thing we have to do is print a white layer. And that's this. So we're going to change the K value to white, but here's kind of a little trick. I'm going to grab that Jeep, those letters, just Jeep, okay? And I'm going to copy it. And now I'm going to paste it back here. And I'm going to fill it with black. So there won't be any holes in this word Jeep here. So this will view better if we're doing some kind of ad or you have small text that you want to do with perf. So this will do better. So what I'm going to do is, again, we're going to save out my color file. File, publish to PDF, window perf, and this is color 1 because we want this printed on the outside. Obvious on the inside, right? We want to stick this on the inside. We're printing this on clear material. Now next, I'm going to save this as, this is file, publish to PDF. This is window perf. So we're going to call this white and K 2 and 3. I could use this same file for both my white background and my black for the back of the perf. How great is that? Let's take a look at doing the two-sided perf. So this is our first side, and this is the graphic that I want for the second side. So I'm going to take my white holes, copy it, paste it back here, block out between the two layers. So that's going to be this. So that's going to be my white and my black and my white. So this is going to serve as layer 2, 3, and 4. So it's going to be white twice and color once. Let's go ahead and let's put those dots exactly back. So I'm going to have no printing all the way through where you see this hole. Right? Let's zoom right in on that hole. And let's switch, pages in CorelDRAW, layers in Illustrator, doesn't matter. Now check this hole out, follow it carefully. Page 4, no printing. So this is layer 5, no printing. So this is going to be layer 4, 3, and 2, no printing. And this is our first layer, no printing. So there won't be any ink or nothing in the hole. We're printing on clear material. It's going to show through. Let's go ahead and send it. All right, so file, publish to PDF. We're going to save this as two-side window perf, and we're going to save this as color 1, so we know it's our first layer. This one we're just going to save as a perf layer. We kind of know what that is. It's going to be 3 layers. So we're going to save it as K and white. And then our last layer, which we'll view from the inside, file, publish to PDF. We're going to save this as color 5. Layers, pages, doesn't matter. Let's jump all those files right into raster link. So we have our one-side perf and our two-side perf. Drag, drop them right into Rasterlink. We're just going to print them at 12 by 12, doesn't matter. So all those files are in Rasterlink, and you can see the display in Rasterlink, the thumbnail display is struggling a little bit. The first time I did the perf, it came up and there was no preview file. I'm freaking out. What did I do wrong? Jeez, you can't preview it. What am I doing wrong? For an hour, going back and forth, saving the PDF, different files, saving it everywhere, trying everything, and I still can't preview it. What happened was this. If you go to Environments, Option, and Display, you want to bring this preview resolution all the way up to high. Mine was on default and it didn't display my perf. I was freaking out of my mind. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's do our first one. So this is our one-side graphic. So this is going to be the back or the bottom layer. So we're going to want to create valid pixel, and it's easy here because it's going to create another file for us. So we're going to say we want to change, wherever there's data, we want to do valid pixel and make it white and say create. So we have color, white, and color again. So we select those three. We select the composition shortcut icon. This is exactly the way we want it. We want to print color, white, and then color. That's the background, and select composite. You might want to check print settings before printing. Okay, I will. So this is a preview of what's going to go on. You're ready to go. Go to General Print Settings, set up your print job. Let's take a look at our two-side one. So this one, we want two whites. We want, right? We need two whites because it's going to be a 5-layer print. So we're going to select Special Color, Valid Pixel, White, and select Create. Let's go ahead and let's do that one more time. And create. Right on. So we want to do color, select all our files, select the composition shortcut icon. Now we're going to bring this to the bottom because we want that to print first. So click and drag it to the bottom. Now we want to put this block out layer between the two white plates. So this is our good arrangement here. We're printing color, white, color, white, color. Let's select the composite icon, button, the composite button. You might want to check print settings before printing. Okay, okay, okay. So the two things that we want to look at, the first one is it layered? Yes. These separate files are all layered. The next thing is, are they in the proper order? And is it one pass? So because output order, these are all one, this is a one-pass job. How easy was that? Now for our next application, what are we talking about? We are talking about printing on holographic, mirror, reflective, fluorescent vinyl. We're talking about blocking out that base color or hiding the base color of the media that we're printing on and only letting a little bit of it show through. And this is really going to enhance the look of anything that you're doing. So what I did here was I have different percentages of CMYK, a couple of different colors, different percentages of white, and different percentages of clear. So that's going to give me an idea of what it's going to look like when it prints. So it's really, this file is meant to help me out when I design my graphics. The next image, I used holographic and I used black to block out the holographic. And see up here at the top, that is just clear gloss ink. That's it. It looks pretty nifty, right? And down here at the bottom where it says colors, I just printed clear gloss on top of the colors. That's pretty nifty. And I didn't use white, so this was a 1 pass, 2 layers. Color, clear gloss. Check this out. This is on mirror vinyl. And what I'm showing you here are just applications. It's going to be done the exact same way in your design software. It's going to be done the same way in Rasterlink, set up the same way in Rasterlink. So this is printed on mirror vinyl with matte clear ink. Let's take a look at the recipe for the metallic one. So we're going to print white on the first layer. We're going to print color on the second layer. And on the third layer, we're going to print clear matte. And we're going to take care of our percentages. Pay attention to how we do the percentages. This is a, kind of a test job because we want to see what different percentages of ink, how they look on the holographic vinyl before we start our design. It's really key. This will let us help me make the best design possible. And I'll just give you a quick tip. I created these squares. I just created one square and filled that with a color. And then I created another square and I filled that with a color. And there's a tool called Blend. I know Illustrator has it. I'm not sure if Flexi has it, but CorelDRAW has it, Illustrator has it. So I just blend 2 different colors together and I set the number of steps. That's how I created this image file, so I can have, various colors that I can look at on holographic, reflective, or mirror. So this is our color file first that we created. And then again, on a separate layer, you're going to create your white file. And you can see what I did down here with the white. I started at 70% white because there's not a lot of difference between 100% white and let's say 80% white. So I kind of wanted to start the white saturation lower. And I did the same thing with the clear, I think. Let's take a look at it. But this is our white file. And in Illustrator, you might be on a separate layer. Corel, we just use different pages. So this is my page 3. This is my clear file. And I go from, I go from 100% clear to 0 clear. So let's save this out to print it. So this is my color file. Select all, file, publish to PDF, metallic, and I'm going to save this as colors. Let's do this on layer 2. That way we separate the special color files. This is my white image file. I'm just going to change this, publish to PDF. We're going to change that as white. Let's do that as our first layer. And let's do this clear layer, page 3, let's just do this clear layer. On the third layer. Now we bring those files into Rasterlink. Select all 3, drag and drop. We want them to have the same resolution. If you set a favorite here, you just select a favorite and select OK. This is the very important part, okay? So whenever you're doing a fade or different percentages of a special color, clear or white, we want to go to Properties, Full Color. We're going to change it to Mono Color and change this to Clear Clear. What this will do is it will take our black percentages and print that percentage in clear. If you do a valid pixel, it's either on or off. It's not different percentages of. So that's important when doing a white fountain fill or a clear fountain fill or gradient. Let's go down and let's change this one to white the same way. Property shortcut icon, job attribute, full color, change it to monocolor. We're going to take that K channel and change it to white, and select OK. And that color file has a cut line on it. I don't know why I always put my cut line on the top color file. Okay, so we're going to select all 4 of these files, and we're going to select the composition shortcut icon. So we want it to print white first, and then clear between the color. And sometimes with the color, retract after print is already on. So we want to just take that off. We don't want it to retract here. And we can print these 3 layers in one pass because we're clear matte and not clear gloss. So this is the way we want to print it from the bottom to the top. We're going to select composite. Okay. Okay. And it did it correctly. Output order. These 3 layers are on my first pass, and my cut layer is on my second pass. Now you can choose your general print settings and set up the job however you want, but you're good to go. What we demonstrated with that file is you kind of want to print ahead of time when you have specialty materials to see how you can design to optimize your graphic to give it the best look. Now here's one that I did for myself. It's just white on clear, nothing fancy. But how do we design this one? So what we did was we defined the K from a darker K to a lighter K. Then we brought it into raster link and we changed that K to W. Pretty easy, right? And you see in the holes, see the holes of the letters? That's my perf. So from the inside you can see right through the graphic. Looks pretty cool, right? How much fun was that? That's using special colors, using layers, doing passes on Mimaki printers. Now, if you like this video, click that like button, share it, and subscribe to the channel.